In today's brand new Gran Turismo Sport video, it's DLC day once again as the July update has finally been released, and I'm going to be checking out all of the brand new content, including this, the howling banshee, that is, the Mazda 787B. Should be a fun video, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? My name is Martinio and welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport, where it's DLC day once again. So the July update, or the 1.23 content update, has been released and it's out, and it's looking like a fairly good one. So we're going to take a look through it. We're going to buy a couple of the cars and we're going to take them for a spin on the new circuit. So let's see what we're getting. So the first big update, a bit of information, is that brand central cars can now be bought via the PlayStation Store. This feature can also be turned off in the options menu, of course. It says cars which cost 200 million credits or more, but I think that's 2 million credits. So, yeah, it's a nice option to have. I don't think this is going to constitute a move towards actual paid DLC. But, you know, if you're in a position like me where you've got 1.3 million credits and you know the cars are going to cost, the cars that you want are going to cost, let's say, 4 million credits, then this is a nice option to have if you want to get the cars and you don't want to have to go through all the grinding. That is an option for you. The other cool thing is, of course, that you can now add decals, not only to your overalls, but to your helmet as well, which is a cool new feature. It's not a feature that we see in a lot of games where you can, like, you know, you can create your own helmets and your colours and whatnot, but you don't get to add decals, which gives it that real sense of, I don't know, realism, I guess you could say. Because you see all these helmets on real drivers, they've got little decals, like little sponsorship logos and so on and so forth. So having that on there now is very, very good, and I'm sure to be getting into that at some point. As for the cars, though, and this is quite a big DLC in terms of cars, and it's something I'm really, really looking forward to. There's some really good ones here. So, you've firstly got the 91 Honda Beat, which is a little thing, and then you've got the Honda S66015. I think that's the one, the yellow car in the picture there. Then you've got the legendary Ferrari 250 GTO. Absolutely fantastic. I think I saw this in the going around Goodwood a couple of weeks ago on one of the videos. The sound is absolutely incredible. It looks amazing. It really is. And it's probably one of the most expensive cars ever to buy one of these. It'll probably cost you 20-30 million quid, maybe, if you bought it at an auction. So it's cool to have that. Then we've got the Ford GT-LM Spec 2 test car. Now, I think this was one of the cars. I think you actually got a model of this car in possibly GT6 or GT5 or something like that. So that's cool to have. And it looks pretty good, and I might be grabbing that. Then, of course, we have the howling banshee, the absolute monstrous 91 Le Mans winning Mazda 787B. A lot of games cry out for this car. It's probably the most requested car when it comes to DLC for racing games, and we've got it in Gran Turismo Sport now, so I'm definitely buying this one because I absolutely love it, and I've never had a chance to drive in any of the racing games, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really G'd up for this. Then, of course, we have what I suppose you could say the big one, the big reveal, and that is the Mercedes AMG F1, the W08. So it's last year's car, the one that led Lewis Hamilton to his 4th World Championship. And there's two versions. You can have the one that is basically stuck with the full-blown Mercedes livery, or you can have the one where you can change the colours. I don't know. I've seen someone bought one and they can't change the actual livery. They can't put on custom liveries. I think that maybe something to do with the licensing or whatever. But you can actually just have different colour variations on one of them as well. So we'll look into that in a little while. We'll see what all that's about. And next up we have our new circuit. So this has been kind of cloaked in mystery, but it's the circuit, the Santa Croix, sorry. And there's lots of different layouts. You've got A, A2, B, B2, C, C2. And it looks like a very interesting racetrack. It's got a long bridge to go on, so that should be a good place for overtaking. And I'm going to be looking forward to getting on this as well. So we're going to see what all this is about and see how this stacks up. And of course, we have some new events for the GT League. So you got the Lightweight K Cup, which I think is a long time thing. I think we used to. It's one of the early events that you used to do when it had a proper career mode. Then we've got the Amateur G, the Amateur League, sorry, which is the Nostalgic Car Festival. I imagine that could encapsulate things like potentially the 250 GTO Ferrari. And then we've got the Pro League. You get the Mercedes AMG Grand Prix. So if you're into your offline campaigning, then they've got something new for you as well. And also the Circuit de la Sarthe has been added to the circuit experience there. So for those of you who like the circuit experience part of the game, then you've obviously got something new to keep you guys entertained as well. And we've got more scenes containing people, so you can actually add your driver avatar into scenes and escapes and so on. So that'll be kind of cool as well if you want to create some really cool photos. And new spots have also been added to the Tokyo Outer Ring Road selection. Sorry, I can't even speak today. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done YouTube because I've been away on holiday. So yeah, apologies for the lack of content. I went away on holiday, of course, and when I got back, I felt like I needed another holiday because I was just absolutely knackered. Everything just caught up with me. It was like 4-5 days of walking, pretty much. And if you know, my back and my knee and my neck are absolutely spooked. So I was absolutely knackered and I was sore as anything, and I think I slept for about 15 hours the day after I got back. So yeah, that's why there hasn't been much content. But enough of my various ailments and problems. So regarding the purchase of cars through the PlayStation Store with the release of 1.12, see, it is 2 million credits, so there's a little typo there. It's not 200 million credits. I don't think there's a car in the game that values that much. So yeah, that is not straight away available in Europe, though. That won't be available till the 2nd of August, which I think is Thursday. So what we're going to do is we're going to go buy one car, because that's pretty much all we can afford. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'm fairly certain I know what I'm going to buy. However, let's just check out and see the prices for some of the new cars. So we'll start off with Mercedes. And I imagine that this is not going to be cheap. So let's see. 2 million credits is what it'll cost for both variations, and there's nothing different apart from the fact that you can vary the actual colour. You know, you've got colour variations and so on. So yeah, that's cheaper than I was expecting. That falls into the Group X category as well. 900 brake horsepower at 10,500 RPM. 1.6 litre engine. Obviously, we know it's the 1.6 turbocharged engine with recovery. It does have DRS. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. I'm not sure if it's going to have energy recovery or anything like that, but I imagine it would do if they want to stay true to the actual real-life version. But there we go. So, let's take a look at some of the other ones, because there's another car from Europe. The Ferrari. Now, I imagine this thing is going to go from maybe 20 million credits. So, let's see. Was I right? Yep, 20 million credits. So, not exactly cheap. This would probably be one of or equaling the most expensive car in the game at the moment. It's the 1962 250 Ferrari GTO, 3-litre engine, nearly 300 brake horsepower at 7,500 RPM. But it looks absolutely incredible. It really is. It's one of the most beautiful cars ever created, and it makes such a great noise. It's absolutely fantastic. So if you have the means, definitely go and buy it. But I don't, so I won't. Okay then, let's see what else we've got. I imagine the rest are from Japan, so let's head over to the Asia Pacific area. Oh no, we do have one from America as well. So let's look at the Hondas here. So we've got two new Hondas, if memory serves correctly. We've got the Beat from 1991, 63 brake horsepower, 8,000 RPM. So yeah, quite modest. Weighs basically nothing. It falls into the N100 category, and it's 13,000 credits. Or 14,000, nearest makes no difference. Then we've got the S660, sorry. That is nearly 20,000 credits again, N100, 63 brake horsepower at 7,000 RPM for that one. And again, doesn't weigh very much at all. So if you're into your lightweight, plucky little races, then this probably is the car for you. And now on to Mazda, and the one we've been looking forward to, the Mazda 787B. And this one goes for 1 million credits, so we're going to buy this one. 800 brake horsepower at 9,000 RPM, absolute howling banshee. Won the 1991 Le Mans 24-hour race though, as well. Just a legendary car. I think it's the most requested car ever. when it comes to DLC for car games. I've requested numerous times for Project Cars 2 and other games, but it's in Gran Turismo Sport, so I'm going to take advantage of it, and we are going to buy it because, well, it's the Mazda 787B. Yeah, I don't really need to say anything else, do I? So yeah, we'll take it in its renowned livery. And there we go. We've made our purchase. So we're basically skint now, but we've got a Mazda 787B, so I think that's a fairly good compromise. Yeah, we'll change to that car right now because we're going to take it for a drive in a little while. So, the other one, Daihatsu. I don't know whether this is just Escapes or something else. No, it isn't. It's the Daihatsu Copen. I don't think I mentioned this when I was going through the cars. The Daihatsu Copen, 62 brake horsepower at 6,500 RPM. I think this would probably be a good competitor and good going up against the Honda Beat. I think they're they're fairly well matched there, and it's 15,000 credits if you want to buy it. And again, it falls into the N100 class. So, and the last one that we're going to take a peeky poo at is across the ponds at America. We're going to go across the Pacific, we're going to go around the other way, and we're going to take a look at Ford and the GT40, or the Ford GT test car. Here it is, the LM spec car. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, here it is. It goes for 450,000 credits, nearly 600 brake horsepower at 6,500 RPM. I love the look of this thing. It's absolutely superb. I would love to be able to buy it, but unfortunately, I don't have enough credits to do so. So, there are the cars. What we're going to do now, though, is we are going to take our new 787B for a spin around the new circuit, and we're going to take a look at the circuits in a second and the variations, and we're going to pick one, then we're going to go for a spin. Okay then, guys, so here it is, the Circuit de San Croix. There's 6 layouts for this one, so there's quite a lot there. So they're all fairly long circuits. This first one, the A and the A2 are just, the same variation, but one's clockwise, the other one's counterclockwise. That is 5.89 miles, so that's a fairly good one, a fairly big one. Then we've got the shortest version of the lot, the B circuit, and again you've got 2 variations, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then we've got the long one, which is the San Croix C circuit, which is nearly 7 miles. So this is a very, very long circuit. I think we're going to go with this one, and we're going to go clockwise. So yeah, we need to get the right time of day and the right car. So there it is, 787B, a manual transmission, and I'll be back in a second when we're ready to go. Okay then, guys, here we go. Mazda 787B on the Circuit de San Croix, and I've had a little bit of a practice, done a couple of laps just to get my ear in and figure out where I can go quick. And it's a very nice circuit. It really is a very, very nice circuit. And first corner is very quick. Let me tag the barrier a little bit there. Ooh, bit of wheel spin there on the exit. And yeah, I mean, certain sections of the overall feel, it feels a little bit like the Nordschleife with the barriers so close, and with small runoffs of grass. But this corner here, I don't know why, it just reminds me a little bit of Mulsanne Corner at the end of the Mulsanne Straight. Like old Mulsanne Corner. Not the new one with the kink before you get to the actual corner. And this corner sort of reminds me of the second to last corner at Malaysia, because you've got that curved entry into it and a curved braking zone before you get to the actual corner proper. And this corner here, you can probably take a lot quicker than I did there because it's such a wide exit. And then this one, through here, flat out, and then get it down a couple of gears into second, just get the nose in. Maybe don't pop it over the rumble strips. And then this bumpy uphill right onto the bridge. And yeah, this car is just absolutely immense, it really is. I'm so glad they've added it. It will make such a great addition to that that sort of Group C class we've got already with the Jaguar and the Sauber Mercedes. I feel the only thing they need right now, though, addition to that class, is probably the Porsche 962. That'd be my go-to, and maybe a Peugeot in there, which is one of the last Group C cars. But now we come onto this back straight, we're going to get well beyond 200 miles an hour. This thing just keeps on pulling. And then through here, pretty much flat out onto this one. This one's a tricky corner here. It's a fairly quick corner, but as you can see, I haven't quite perfected it yet. Bit of a late apex for that one. Yeah, this back end of the circuit sort of reminds me maybe a little bit of the old Le Mans with where White House corner is. And then we're coming up to the last corner now. Let's see what sort of time we can get. And it's a 3:11. Woo, so that was fun. So yeah, guys, there we go. The 1.23 or July update for Gran Turismo Sport. Lots of fantastic cars. I would have loved to have maybe done the other ones like the Mercedes and maybe the Ford LM spec, but I'm going off credits and the whole buying credits thing, or the whole buying cars with actual money, because I got £10 in my PSN account. So I would have loved to have bought those, but I'm sure I'll get onto them and I'll probably do a video with them at some point. But yeah, the car I did buy, the 787B, absolutely fantastic. Highly suggest you go and buy it. Relatively stable, I'd say. Maybe the more stable of the Group C cars that we've got in the game so far, but should make for an absolutely some epic racing. It really should, against the Sauber and the Jaguar. But yeah, like I said, guys, that is the end of today's video. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, you would like to see more Gran Turismo Sport or just general racing content from myself, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you've tried this DLC out, what is your favourite car? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm always happy to hear from you. But yeah, thank you once again so much for watching. Stay cool. And as always, I will catch you in the next video, which tomorrow will be a brand new round of the WSRC GT5 Cup. So you got that to look forward to. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!